Hello everyone, it's Elizabeth. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing UNT nail polishes. I'll be doing a live swatch and review video, as well as at the end of this video, I'm going to be doing a wear test and review of their peel-off water-based nail polish. So before we get into the swatches, I'm going to kind of give you a background of this brand because it is a newer to me brand and I feel like maybe a lot of you might not be familiar with this brand. So I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about it, but if you're not interested in hearing any of the background or things like that, I will leave a timestamp in the description box where you can skip right to the swatches. But for now, if you are interested in hearing a little bit of the background of this brand, then just keep on watching. The brand UNT was founded in 2004 originally as a skincare brand, and the letters UNT stand for being your unique self, enhancing your natural beauty, and having the qualities to touch people's hearts. I love that they have this kind of background on their website, and kind of learning about a brand's background and their meaning of their brand makes them a lot more personable, which I really love. So then in 2009, the founder of UNT became pregnant and wasn't able to find nail polishes that weren't full of toxic and harmful substances. So that is when she decided to make her own nail polish brand free of those chemicals. So they started with their regular nail lacquer line, and then they have their Sun Envy line and their water-based peelable nail polishes, which I have a couple of those to share with you today, so I'm really excited. And this is a company founded out of Taiwan. So I'm going to start by swatching the Sun Envy polishes, which are absolutely gorgeous, and you'll see these more up close when I get to my swatches. This collection that I have is the Set It Free Sun Envy collection. They originally retail for $7.99, but right now they are on sale for $6.40, so check out the links that I'll have in my description box if you want to purchase these polishes. Definitely jump on that sale. And spoiler alert, I really love these polishes, so you're probably going to want to get some. And the bottles themselves are a little bit smaller than normal nail polishes, but honestly I kind of love that because I only ever really go through a full bottle of nail polish if it's like a white or a top coat or a base coat, something I'm using really frequently, because for me I change up my nail polish color all the time, so I'm never using a full bottle of nail polish and I just feel like it's such a waste. So I love that they are a little bit smaller, but you definitely get a good bang for your buck. These polishes are, again, like I said, spoiler alert, incredible. So let's get right into the Sun Envy swatches. So the first polish up is SE120, and right off the bat I can tell that I love this color. I love colors like this. The brush is a really firm brush, which I actually really like, and it's super easy to work with, and it's a nice wide brush. You're able to paint your nails quickly and really efficiently, and you can see that this formula is incredible. This is the first coat. It's covering pretty well. It isn't fully opaque in one coat, but it self-levels really nicely, I can tell already, and the formula is super easy to work with, so I'm already immediately impressed with these polishes. So there is the first coat. Here's the second coat, and this one does build up to be completely opaque in two coats. Like I said, I'm really impressed with the formula. I love the brush on these polishes. And I was concerned because it does say that these are Sun Envy polishes and that they cure with natural sunlight. However, it is a super rainy and cloudy day here right now, and it's still dried really, really fast. So if it is a super cloudy day, you can still use these polishes. So there is two coats, and I love this one. This is SE115, and this is a gorgeous muted rose shade that is a super neutral polish. Again, fantastic formula. These polishes are super easy to work with, and this color is stunning. I've never been the biggest fan of pink polishes, but I think this one is muted enough and neutral enough that I love it. And here's the second coat, and this one is completely opaque in two coats as well. And I know I already said this before, but these polishes dry like lightning fast, especially since I do pretty thin coats. I like to do thin coats so I can make sure that they're nice and even and that they'll dry really nicely and evenly, but they do dry incredibly fast. And these colors are just stunning. So there are two coats. This is the Sun Envy shade 125, And this is a gorgeous peachy, almost coral shade. I am obsessed with nail polish colors like this, especially since we're kind of getting into summertime. I wear colors like this all the time. This formula is a tad bit on the streaky side compared to the others, but I still think it'll be opaque in 2 coats, and it's super easy to work with again. Here's the second coat. And it's pretty much completely opaque on the second coat, but I think I will still do a third coat just to make sure. But this color is so stunning. It's becoming a really bright peachy shade, which again, like I said, I love. So there are 2 coats, and I will do a third. Here's the third coat. And this one is completely opaque in 3 coats. And as I mentioned before, these dry super fast, so especially if you're painting both of your hands, once you are finished with 1 or 2 coats on like all of your hands, it's not going to end up being a whole lot of time that you're waiting for the polish to dry. But another thing, I do recommend that you do wait for each polish layer to dry completely before painting on another coat, just to make sure that they're nice and even, and that will prevent chipping later on. This is SE130, and this is a really gorgeous kind of muted green shade. Green is my all-time favorite color, and I love nail polishes like this. This reminds me of Zoya Ireland and Zoya Leaf, so maybe for my next color comparisons video I will include this one in there. But there is the first coat. So here's the second coat. And this one is looking completely opaque in 2 coats, which makes me very excited because I'm already obsessed with this one. I think it's such a pretty color. I know green nail polish is definitely like a very hit or miss thing with a lot of people. They either think it's really pretty, like I do, or they think it's really ugly. And there are a lot of different shades of green nail polish, but this happens to be one of my favorites to wear, so I really love this one. This is the Sun Envy shade 135, and this is a gorgeous sky blue polish with some green iridescent shimmer. This one is a tad sheer on this first coat, but it is self-leveling really nicely, so it's not super streaky. I love the shimmer in this one. It would be so pretty in the sun if I had any to share it with you, but hopefully when I do nail art with these polishes, and I might re-swatch them once I have a sunny day. So check out my Instagram at @theelizabeth_ann. The link will be in the description box, so you can check that out for when I do post pictures of these polishes in the sun, hopefully. Here's the second coat. And this one builds up really nicely on that second coat. I can still see my nail line a tad, but I think if I was painting my nails with this as a manicure just to have on, I think I would probably stop at 2 coats because I think it is completely opaque, but I can see where someone might be a little bit more picky than I am and want to do 3 coats, but honestly 2 is perfect for me. This is such a pretty summer shade. This would be really fun in some nautical nail art, mermaid nail art, or just on its own because it's so beautiful. So this is the final Sun Envy polish I have to share with you, and this is SE140. So this is kind of a midnight blue, almost indigo sheer base polish with some gorgeous iridescent shimmer. This one is pretty sheer on the first coat, as you can see, so this one could be layered over a polish as a topper, a tinted topper, if you will. So if that's something you wanted, you could totally do that with 1 coat, but I am going to try to build this one up to full opacity. Here's the second coat, and the opacity does build up a little bit, but it definitely will need a third to become completely opaque. But this one is so sparkly and really beautiful. In the sun, you can tell that sparkle would definitely shine. So there's the second coat. Here's the third coat. And it definitely builds up. You can still see my nail line, so I think I am going to do a 4th coat just to see what it will look like. But like I said, these polishes dry super fast, and this one definitely has a thinner formula. So if you're worried about the polish getting too thick and then chipping on ya, I don't think that's going to happen with this one. Even if I'll end up needing 4 coats, which I do, I really don't think that that will be an issue. So finally, here is the 4th coat. And I can still see my nail line just a tad, but definitely that 4th coat covers the majority of it. I also think it's because my nails are a lot longer than I normally have them, so I have a lot more nail visible, I guess you could say. But yeah, this one is so gorgeous. I can't wait to incorporate this into some summertime nail art and then really watch that sparkle shine. I cannot wait. So now let's get into the water-based peelable nail polishes. I have 4 from the Fantasy The Naughty Girl collection. So these are, like I said, water-based nail polishes. So that's really unique. A lot of times nail polishes are not water-based. So the first ingredient in these polishes is water. So to use them, if you want them to last a longer period of time, they do come with a special base / top coat that's again water based. And so you would just put on the base coat, put on your nail polish, and then the top coat, which at the end of this video I'll be doing a wear test and review so you can kind of see more about that. But I'm going to be swatching these that are super unique, so let's get right into that. So first up, for the water-based peel-off nail polishes, this is MG290. And this polish is a super sheer orange polish. So this is great if you just want like a color correcting water-based polish. You can see that it is kind of just adding a really nice natural color to my nail and kind of perfecting it. So I think I'll do a 2nd coat, but this one will definitely not become completely opaque. Here's the 2nd coat of this orangey polish. So you can see that this 2nd coat adds quite a bit of color, but again, it is still a really sheer polish. So this one would be pretty for a base as a French manicure. So pretty fun polish, and there are 2 coats. This is MG275, and this is a gorgeous yellow polish, and it has a fantastic formula. The opacity is crazy on this one, especially for being water-based and peelable. I'm really impressed. The really nice thing about water-based polishes like these is that they don't have a scent. So if you are really sensitive to the scent of nail polish, these are going to be a great alternative for you. And they are perfectly safe for, they don't really have a lot of chemicals, so they're safe for children. And if you are pregnant, you don't have to worry about any of the scented nail polish, any of the chemicals. You really don't have to worry about it. Here's the 2nd coat of this really awesome yellow polish. And this one is completely opaque in 2 coats. Like I said, I am really impressed with this polish and its opacity because I've used other water-based polishes before and their colors took at least 3 coats to be completely opaque. So the fact that this one's opaque in 2 is awesome. What's also really cool about these kinds of polishes is that if you are doing any cleanup around your cuticle, you can kind of just use your finger to do the cleanup because acetone isn't really going to dissolve this polish. So I guess you kind of do need to be careful about your cuticle line and where you are painting, but it's also nice because you can just kind of use your finger or a toothpick, maybe even water, to clean up your cuticle instead of acetone, which is super drying. This is MG270, and this is a really pretty teal turquoise polish. I always kind of get those 2 colors mixed up. I know turquoise is a little bit brighter and teal is like a darker, so I feel like this is kind of a mix of the 2. This is a really pretty polish. Again, amazing formula on this one. It'll definitely be completely opaque in 2 coats. Something that I have noticed about this particular brand of peel off nail polish is that the formula is a bit thicker, so you will need to make sure that you are doing thin coats so that everything dries nice and completely. And it's a little bit more difficult to work with, so if you are a beginner, this might be a little bit more challenging for you, but I think it's a little bit more forgiving, especially since it's peel-offable. So if you do make any mistakes, you can just peel off your nail polish and not have to worry about using acetone and drying out your nails. So here's the second coat. These do take a little bit longer to dry, but totally worth it for the fact that there aren't really a lot of chemicals that make up these polishes, and that you won't have to use acetone to remove them. Because like I said, acetone is really drying. I use it all the time, and I go through cuticle butter and cuticle oil like crazy. So this is definitely a safer and healthier alternative, and it'll be a lot easier to switch up your nails more often. So I am going to do a wear test of these polishes too, and that'll either be a separate video or it'll be at the end of this video. And by the title, you guys will already know what I decided to do. So if you want to see how long these polishes last, then definitely check out my wear test. If it's not part of this video, then check out that video. The final polish I have to share with you is MG295, and this is a sheer lavender polish. This again is a really pretty color correcting polish, so if you just want something that is like barely there, but it makes your nails kind of look perfect, this is going to be a really beautiful shade for you. Again, a little bit thicker formula, but it is really even and self-levels nicely, so it's not streaky, it's just sheer, which it's meant to be sheer, so that's the point. Here's the second coat, and this one does build up the color just a little bit, but since it is a sheer polish, it's not really going to be completely opaque. I really like the look of this one. I think it's super, super pretty, very natural, but still you can see that there is color on your nails. So I'm a big fan. You'll have to let me know what you think of these polishes, these kind of sheer polishes that are jelly-like, that aren't opaque. Let me know what you think. I really like this one. So the polish that I decided to use for my wear test and review of the water-based peelable nail polish was this beautiful yellow shade. I loved this one. I thought it was perfect for spring and summer, so I couldn't wait to try this out. And I had posted on my Instagram stories a video of this package, thanking UNT, and how I couldn't wait to get swatching. And the PR person for their Instagram had reached out to me on my DMs and just let me know, because I had mentioned in my stories that I thought these water-based polishes were supposed to last like a decent amount of time, and she just let me know that they are meant to not last the longest amount of time. They are meant for frequently changing up your nail polish color, but at a really easy way to do it, and without having to use nail polish remover to remove the polish, because nail polish remover, especially acetone, is super drying to your nails, so if you're using it all the time, it can be pretty damaging. So that is what these polishes are for. But with that being said, I was super impressed with the wearability of these polishes. So I had worn this yellow one for 3 days, and I will put some pictures up here, and it lasted the full 3 days without chipping. Just for me, I get kind of antsy, especially because I only had it on my right hand, and I am right-handed, so having just my right hand painted and then I was like swatching with this one and doing other things, it was just like kind of throwing me off. So I only left it on for 3 days, but it did hold up very well. I had taken 2 showers with it, and after my second shower I removed it, and I'll show you this clip here of me removing the polish. So they do say to remove the polish you need to soak your hands in warm water for 2 to 3 minutes and then peel off the polish. And as you can see, it's super easy to peel off. You just kind of have to lift up the edge very gently, and then I use tweezers, you could use your nails just to peel off the polish, which is super satisfying. I love watching it. And it's really awesome because you don't have to use any nail polish remover, especially with acetone. It's super drying to your nails, so not having to use that to remove your nail polish and to switch up your nail polish color is really awesome, and it will keep your nails probably healthier a lot longer. So that is it for my overall review of UNT, the Sun Envy polishes, as well as the water-based peel-off nail polishes. I really loved everything that I tested out. I thought these polishes were fantastic, and I will be getting around to doing like kind of a wear test of the Sun Envy polishes. I do want to wear these for a longer time on my nails, so if I do that, I will definitely post that on Instagram. So if you're not following me, you can do so. My username is @theelizabethann, and I always have a link in my description box if you want to follow me. And also, if you want to see any nail art that I do with these or any additional swatch pictures, definitely check out my Instagram, because again, I do want to see some of these polishes, especially like the shimmery ones, out in the sun. So hopefully I get a sunny day and I can re-swatch these for you. So definitely check out my Instagram for more images and things like that. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I'm so close to 10,000 subscribers, so I really hope I can do that by the end of the year. I really appreciate all of your support. Let me know in the comments below what shade was your favorite and if you'll be trying any of these out, and what you think of water-based peelable nail polish. It's pretty cool, I think. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!